Philly D, EJB, Crystal, how are you? Matthew Claypool, what's up, Matt? I almost hit you up about your Airbnb, but Mark found the room. Isaac, what's up, Isaac? Vinny Hagen, what's up, my man? What's going on? How is everybody? Just chilling? Yeah, it's not bad out. Don't worry, I'll fix my camera. I'll fix it. Ugh. Hamid, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Ah! Sorry, I dropped you. There's me being a mess. Esman, what up? What up? Sorry, I gotta go like this because I gotta go up and down, man. Welcome to the up and down. Sucks. Get my sugar-free vanilla latte ready to roll. All right, here we go. Now, you had your did you pack pinks for lunch? Dude, man, I wish. I could use a couple Rosie O'Donnells. Now, I don't know if I can handle the Rosie O'Donnells, man. Currently training some soldiers at the beach. EJB, man. Where you at? San Diego? That sounds like San Diego. If you're not in San Diego, then maybe you're down near Fort Myers or Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce. My uncle was in the Navy, and he was at Fort Pierce. So if you're in the military, you know what that meant. That's all I'll say. He was a badass. Thank you for your service, EJB. Always. Let's see here. JoJo. What's up, Thomas Garrett? Ronnie. Ouch, game time. Yeah, I'm a dick. I'm a mess. Ruben Walls. What's up, buddy? Got my sugar-free iced vanilla latte. I used the Sorry. Oh, there you go. I used the McDonald's to go to the bathroom. And then I always grab my drink on the way out. I ordered on the remote app. So, just need my straw. Let's see. What up? Some nice warm glizzies. Dude, I like a good glizzy. I ain't gonna lie to you. My palms are sweaty. I'm sorry. This weekend was a perfect example of why I don't root for other teams and hope the other teams lose. Linda, that was all Mark Holmes' fault. I gotta text him and his lovely wife about their 20 years together. But that was all Mark Holmes is doing. He was saying game is over. I checked him right away, but it was too late. The damage had been done, Mark. The damage was done. So you were locking it up. There ain't no locks. There ain't no more locks. I agree with you, Linda. EJB, St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Dude, shout out to you, man. My father was stationed in San Diego for a while, went out to Pearl Harbor for a while, but my uncle was in the Navy. He was in Fort Pierce, if you know what that is. I'll just leave it there. He never liked talking about it, but he did tell me a few stories. He was with the teams. Let's just leave it at that. My team needs to do what they need to do. That's all I know. Linda, yeah, we're now getting to the upper echelon, right? I think Kansas City's doing it with just a coaching and an unbelievable quarterback and a will to win. But I think Baltimore, Detroit, and more importantly, the Niners are just loaded with talent. What's up, Devil Dog? How are you, man? Thanks, Ruben. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't always get the likes. It's weird. I'll have my lunchtime chat has been killing it lately, and I'll have 68 people in here, and I'll get 25 likes. I'm like, it just takes a second. Just takes a second. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a hot dog, Philly D. I like a couple. I mean, obviously, if I have the choice, I'll go with the all beef. I don't like all these. I mean, it's a hot dog, so we know what that means, right? But if you go the all beef, odds are you're not getting lips and other things. Just saying. I don't care who wins the Super Bowl because I hate both teams. Logan, that's what sucks, man. That's what sucks. I don't hate the Chiefs, but I don't love them. Niners, there's some hate there. I ain't gonna lie. A little jealousy. Was at both places. Okay, cool. Devil dog. So you know what I mean. Disgruntled. What's up, buddy? Did we cut Dak yet? No, I believe he's still on the roster. I will let you know, though. Michael Dana. Chiefs were locked in yesterday. Dude, they were, Mike. Alina, how are you? Hey, game time, Brian. Lady Libra, how are you? Asman, Mandalay Bay and Vegas rooms are $1,100 a night. Super Bowl weekend, starting the Friday before the Super Bowl. Dude, man, is that where you're at? Vegas? Or, like, where's your home spot at? Or are you at in L.A.? That's why you're pinking it up. Yeah, we were going to find a way to go if Dallas was in it. I mean, I could get to Vegas. We may not have made it in the game, but that's Mandalay Bay's right there. That's why. You have the chance to go up by 3 scores. Philly D, you know the deal. That's messing with the gods. You know, the unwritten rule. I'm surprised he doesn't know it. Dan Campbell. But he played offense too. You don't give a team like the Niners a chance to say, wow, we dodged a bullet and didn't give up any points. If you would have got a field goal, that's still like, okay, you got to kick off, touchback, most likely. It's just a big, big mistake. Huge mistake. Now, listen, we can sit here and go, well, that doesn't mean they got to give up all the points. Sometimes it's a snowball effect, and before you know it, you can't stop it. And you gave the Niners a little bit of an opening, just a little bit of an opening, and that's all they needed. Lions coach is a dumbass. I agree, Hamid. I agree, man. He did it all year. Okay. Well, here's a thought. If you didn't do it all year, maybe you would have had home field throughout the playoffs, and you wouldn't have had to go to San Francisco. Dan Campbell. I would think about firing your ass if I owned Detroit. Now, some people will think that's stupid. I would literally think about it and say, okay, make Aaron Glenn a head coach. Say, dude, we cannot do this. I would literally think about it. I know you're not going to do it, but there's no guarantees you're going to get back there. Victor Jimenez. My Super Bowl pick. I haven't analyzed it, Victor. I believe that the Niners are going to be a 2-point favorite. I haven't checked. Somebody check for me. Mike Hunt, what's up, buddy? So I'll be rooting for the Chiefs, I guess. I'm just going to be rooting for a good game and chilling out with you folks. Man, I'm in Arizona, buddy. Cool. All right, Arizona. I was telling, my plan, we'll see. My plan is in a few years to get an RV and head out that way. I've never been to Arizona. I've flown over Arizona. I've been to Texas. I've been to Houston, but I've never been to Arizona, never been to California. I've been in the airport of California, but head out that way, hit Arizona, hit Cali, you head up to the great Northwest, go to Seattle. I just want to check it out. Dan Campbell's stubbornness got the best of him. Somebody said he doubled down in the post-game press conference. I didn't watch it. That's ridiculous. That was a huge Thomas, it was a huge turning point, man. People don't understand. People do not understand. It's a mental thing. The novice will say, well, you didn't have to give up 3 touchdowns. It's not about, things happen like that. Brian, I need a Super Bowl pick so I can throw money on it. Dude, I don't know the line, but how could you go against, see, I think See, honestly, I think the Niners. I'm rooting for Chiefs, but I think the Niners got by the top. I think they escaped and they may roll. I hate to say it. I think the Niners may roll, but stay tuned, man. I need the. I want to see the line. Somebody let me know what the line is. Elena, do you see the Cowboys getting Rivera for DC, or will they look young for DC in the NFL? Elena, where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't know where that came from. Mark brought it up. I did see it another place, but I don't know that. I like Zimmer, but maybe he's not. Maybe he's not going to coach. But I like Ron Rivera as a D coordinator. I do. I do. I thought maybe the Eagles would go in that direction. I like him better than Fangio as far as a D coordinator. I like Ron Rivera as a coach. He's a winner. Problem is, he just ran out of time, and he was with the horrible owner for most of his time in Washington. I do like Ron Rivera. Some of his decisions as a head coach had me scratching my head, especially against the Eagles twice. But I think he had checked out at that point. I like it though, Lena. Yes, we knew Mike. We knew Dan Campbell was an idiot during the Cowboys games when they went for 2, 3 straight times. Yeah, Mike, that's what I'm saying. Think about this, right? Think about if they didn't go for 2 all year. I don't know. I didn't break it down. How many they win, how many they lose, but I bet you they would have had home field if they didn't lose all those games going for 2. But I don't know that for sure. I just have a feeling they would at least had a home game week 1 too. San Fran -1. Okay, Rob A. So I wasn't too far off. Man, I don't know how you're going against Mahomes, but to me that line is light. I think the Niners are a lot better than the Chiefs. I hate to say I'm going to root for the Chiefs, and I hope the Chiefs win. But I'll, as of right now, I would go Niners. Sorry to say. Me too, Thomas. Never bet against Mahomes. I know that's a tough one. That's what I was saying. Chiefs was at plus money. Wow. I'm glad I got in before the chat was over. Good stuff. JR Star, man. Yeah, we got good. We got another 17 and a half minutes left. We're good, man. Thanks for stopping by. Dan C is at least a consistent. Yeah, he's consistent. Dan Campbell. It's just, that's scary to. That was dumb, man. That was dumb. Man. Can you imagine Mike Hunt ordering a Rosie O'Donnell that's 9 inches? Fresh hot dog, warm bun, and yeah, it's definitely got to be moist, man. It would have to be moist for the 9-inch dog. Pause. I'm not rooting for any of them. I watched him. My team didn't make it. Yeah, I'm not rooting for him, Linda, but I applaud him for being where he is. Me too, Matthew. Disgruntled, let me see here. Crystal, I'd rather see the Eagles in the Super Bowl than these. I'd rather see the Eagles in the Super Bowl too, because it's a lot of my friends locally. They would be excited. Now, I would be rooting probably against them. Nah, I don't know. I wouldn't root for either one, like Linda said. I wouldn't. It really don't matter to me. Everyone pray for me. I made a hot wings yesterday and I ate too many. Okay, I'm not reading anymore. Thanks, Disgruntled. I'm glad Disgruntled. Yeah, exactly, Crystal. Jesus. What's up, Eric Wallace? What's the BS? I'm hearing that Ron Rivera is our DC. Yeah, that's the rumor if Dan Quinn gets a job. I would go back to Mike Zimmer. But we'll see. Rob A. Ian Rappaport was the source on the Rivera to Dallas rumors. Rap sheet. Fucking Ian Rappaport. He's such a fraud. And I'm not saying his report's wrong, but Ian Rappaport, just like Adam Schefter, they don't give 2 shits who they hurt or what they report. They just want to be the first one to get it out. I get it. That's their job. But sometimes, I remember when, the dude for the Giants who lost almost 3 fingers with a firecracker blowing up in his hand. He reported it. He was still in the damn ER. Like, that's unprofessional in my opinion. He's no DC. Well, he used to be. If I was Philly, I would have went with him. But they got old man in the sea, Fangio. A KC fan base and organization is class. Just tired of seeing them. I agree. That's what I said. I'm definitely rooting for KC. Big Red win will be considered all time great. Yeah, I really like him. So I'm not one that said that he should have stayed in Philly because I don't believe that. I think that Andy Reid's time at Philly came and went. He needed to go for his own family. You know what that meant, Philly D. Up in Lehigh, he lost one kid to, I believe, a overdose. I think the other kid's in jail now. I think he killed somebody or something like that with a DUI, I believe. Um, but his wife, I think Tammy, I think it's Tammy. She's a sweetheart. Um, I just like the man. I don't know why. I think he's a hell of a coach. But his time did come to an end in Philly, and it had to. It had to come to an end. Eagles making hires have OC and DC reportedly to Howie Roseman instead of Sirianni. Jeff Barry might call the linebacker coaches. It's a weird situation, Linda. Very weird situation. What is next year? You know, like Dallas. If you're not going to extend McCarthy, why is he here? It doesn't work. Jerry, Steven, it doesn't work. Players, if it starts going bad, it could work up until the point where things start going bad. Then it ain't going to work because the players aren't going to listen to you because they know you're gone. They're going to do what they're going to do. Why can't I think it would be a good game, but honestly, does anyone think Purdy has actually played good for the playoffs? I feel like he's been getting bailed out. He's Cam Likely's. I agree with what you're saying, Mike. He has been bailed out. I mean, you put some pressure on him, he folds. He, but he got the job done, Crystal. I hear you. Lamar couldn't do what he needed to do. That is true. Lamar, I still don't know who he was throwing the ball to in the end zone. But at that point, you're trying to force it, right? But they were only, I don't know, man. It was sad to see. It was sad to see. Rob A. Dan C. is far from an idiot. He took a horrible Detroit team and made them relevant again. Made it further than Dallas and Philly. Now, nobody said he's an idiot. Well, I might have. He was an idiot for making that call. Sorry. That was a wrong call. You don't go for it in that position. You kick the field goal and you go up 3 scores. By not kicking the field goal, he was only up 2 scores, and you saw what happened. You lost by a field goal. I remember when Ron Rivera was DC for the Chargers, they led the league in defense. Yeah, I like him as a D coordinator. I don't have a problem with it. I don't. He was good in Philly. He was a hell of a coach. In Carolina, took him to a Super Bowl. I think the owner in Washington had a lot to do with what went on. 49ers and Purdy still suck. Yeah, right, Mike. Poor aggressive decisions costing him, but he will learn from it. Rob A, he better. Rivera would be a great hire for Dallas, Philly D. Yeah, we'll see, Philly. I thought they would go Joe Witt, and yeah, because that's McCarthy's guy, but if they don't do that, then why bring back McCarthy? Why are we going through this dog and pony show? Is it because nobody wanted to coach the Cowboys and anybody that you might have been interested said hell no, not the way you run an organization? I would love to find out if that was true. Jason Pierre Paul, that's it, Rob. Hamid, you're right. Clemente, what's up, my brother? Wasn't it weird that the whole second half the Lions forgot how to play football? Mike, that was ridiculous. It was right up to the moment that Mark Holmes said the game was over and the Lions are going to win. He was too giddy. It's like them boy kicks wearing a salute to service jersey in December. You got to move on to, it's sorry. You can't have your man in the man cave wearing a half shirt while eating nachos. Winning protocols. Yes, Tammy. Philly fans blaming Andy not being good dad was ridiculous. Went down from there. Yeah, he needed to go, Philly D. People outside of this area don't realize, oh, why did Philly get rid of it? It needed to happen. For his own well-being, too, you know. My buddy I work with, he lived, I can't think of his name. He was like an offensive assistant, and he followed Andy to Kansas City. I can't think of it. But he helped Andy Reid, so he went with him to Kansas City. But he was his neighbor for a few years, and we would always come over. Can't think of the guy's name. I used to smoke him in horseshoes. But anyway, he's one of the coaches for Kansas City. Hell of a guy. Always liked Andy. Yeah, it was. Yes, it was, lady. Would you ever accept Tony Romo as your coach? Actually, I would want to see him be an offensive coordinator, but he knows the game of football. He knows offense. He knows offense big time. So I wouldn't say no to it. That's just me. Thank you, JoJo. Andy needed to leave Philly. It was time. Yep, Hamid, 100%. You know, it's one of those situations where I know there was a lot of Eagle fans that were upset when he won a Super Bowl after he left Philly. You know, we all know what the issue was. He had an issue with wide receivers in Philly. Remember, we had, give me the two wide receivers, James Thrash and Todd Pinkston. And he went to how many NFC Championship games? You lost one to Carolina, you lost one to Tampa at home. You had Trash and Stinkston. That's what they were called. So he did have some blind spots, but when he went to Kansas City, he seemed to not worry about that as much. Lions are cursed. Niners all damn day, down 17 points, but he got bailed out. Hey, listen, man. A win's a win. Congrats to you. Kellen Moore will help the Eagles, hopefully. He's good at stats, man. If I'm looking at it from DeAndre Swift, I would not be happy. That's a problem. But we'll see. Maybe he'll learn from his mistakes, Kellen. I know one thing, Mahomes is not going to be giving no gifts to the 49ers in 2 weeks. I'll be rooting for him, Clemente. Did he get bailed out? Should have thrown 5 picks. He did get bailed out. Niners all damn day. You guys still suck. How about got whooped by Daddy Mahomes? Stephen Brown, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? Just a little, maybe I'll do a Zoom on Super Bowl Sunday with just anybody that wants to Zoom in. Well, I don't know. I got to come up with I want to do a Zoom with people. So, kind of like how Mark does, but he does it with, I got to set up a thing. But yeah, that'll be fun to see everybody's faces. Niners all day, Mike Hunt, jealous cowgirl. I don't think he's a cowgirl friend. But it doesn't matter. If he is. Hey, listen, Niners. You won the game. That's all that matters. All this other BS don't mean shit. Just like when we won in 95, I know it's a long time. When we won the Super Bowl, we probably should have lost that Super Bowl to the Steelers. Neil O'Donnell gifted us that Super Bowl. Andy Reid needed new scenery. 100%, Thomas. Living here, it was bad. I felt so bad, horrible for the guy. He's a family man. You'll never hear a bad thing about the man. We could all disagree with somebody's religion. Whatever. He's a Mormon. You do your research. I could care less about it. You know, if nobody knows what Mormons are, okay. A little out there, but again, who am I? I grew up a Catholic. We got our own issues, so what's your hold up on DQ? Is he leaving or not? Clemente, at this point, I'd rather him just stay yeah, for the year and build on it. But if he goes, I'm hearing Ron Rivera. Well, hey, hey, Thomas Garrett, what's the one thing Ron Rivera always has? This is the good thing about getting Ron Rivera. Think about it. What's the one thing Ron Rivera always has on his team? Stud defensive lineman. So, if you give me Ron Rivera, we could expect to have a couple studs in the middle. So, I'm good with it. Dan Quinn, thank you for your service, and I wish you good luck. You know you're taking half of our staff. Go ahead. Bring me Allen. Maybe we can peel Allen out of Washington. It doesn't matter who. There's some free agents. We got Leonard Williams out there. Go get me somebody. And, Ron Rivera always has stud D linemen. Niners all damn day. Where you when San Fran was down multiple points? Come on, Philly D. You know where he was. He was in the bat cave. He was peeking out, looking around. He was looking around. Don't worry, your daddy Mahomes will put the 49er fans back. Yo, Mike, just make sure you guys are there for the stream on Super Bowl Sunday. We'll probably go in early since we only got the one game. I'm hitting that early. Pause. I'm hitting it early and often. No, I'm hitting it early. We'll figure out when. We may go 3 o'clock. Maybe do a Zoom before the game. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Helmet deflection, drop balls all over the place, and 5 wide receivers and a fumble all in 8 minutes. Dave Thompson, it was ridiculous. But for a team who choked like my Cowboys, how could I really say anything, right? Congrats. I hope you lose in the Super Bowl. That's all. Logan, I agree. I think Kellen would be a good offense coordinator. Rob A, he just got to learn how to get the ball to the running back's hands. There was one I watching the entire game. Let's see here. Awful. Matthew Claypool, Kellen Moore had the number 1 offense in Dallas, was just scapegoated by lame Duck McCarthy. Not really. His problem was his offense never threw as many touchdowns as Dak. He did have the yardage as Dak did this year. I think he had a little bit more yardage 2 years ago. Kellen's problem was he couldn't adjust, but as you see, either can McCarthy against good teams. So, Mike goes, there we go. I'm not getting involved in this chat. Reed's a clock match and got much better. That's another thing. He was horrible with the clock. It's funny. They all talk about McCarthy, but McCarthy's an older guy. If you don't know by now, you ain't gonna know. Devil Dog, who wins the East since no one seems to repeat? Dallas break that trend? No. As of now, I'm not picking them. They don't deserve my pick. Obviously, we got a whole 6 months to go, right? Give me the Commanders. Whatever. I'll roll with the Commanders winning the division. Until I see otherwise. Let's say Dan Quinn goes there. Give me the Commanders. I don't have no reason for it. I'm not gonna give you break it down. Give me the freaking Commanders. If the Niners lose, I would laugh because your guys laughed at the Eagles from last year. Yeah, absolutely. Yo, where's my mail? David Cowboy, it's on its way. I'm putting a stamp on it. Kellen Moore was a low market, will be considered a great hire. Don't get Leo on here. I'm not, Ruben. Hell no. Nah. The only Eagle content creator that wants to do some stuff, and it won't be now, it'll be when everything dies down, is Philly 500, and if I bring on a buddy who's just going to start out a channel that happens to be an Eagle guy. That's about it. Detroit would have never dropped any of those drop balls. It was ridiculous, man. The Thomas, they choked. It was a choking. They Zoom with us not talking Philly guys doing all the talk. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Mark gets a little too cute with him. He's respectful towards me, but I'm not. Nah. Nope. Nah. Howard Dixon, what's up, bro? Hoping to be done by 5. Yeah, I'll be done. I gotta kick it in gear, but I'm looking at 8 hours. Kellen was the scapegoat. The problem is Dallas is Dak. Mike McCarthy calling the offense, same. Stephen Brown, good defensive lineman. I hope Vic Van. I gotta hurry and get through it. I'm over my half hour. Hey, Elena, welcome. Kev Star Nebula, what's up? Kev Star, the Chiefs. The Devil Dog. Game time, Brian. Don't forget we have Stephen Jones. You can't meet. I know, dude. I know. I'll like to do. Yeah, definitely, Thomas. We'll do it. Eagles will learn the hard way that Kellen Moore is the player is more. Reed and Mahomes with the defense will spank San Fran. Niners all day. Eagles fans jealous. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through everybody since I got to roll here. I'm at 31 minutes. Oh my God, they're coming after me. Philly win the East. Dallas is in cap hell. We ain't in cap hell, Rob. Slow down. We're almost in. Spagnuolo will blitz Purdy like crazy. Let's hope. Let's see. Philly 500 is a buffoon. I like Philly 500. He's actually a good guy. Nobody's afraid of Brock Purdy. Brock Turdy. I got you. Go Chiefs. All right, I got to roll, guys. 49ers literally got CMC because they know Purdy blows. I keep it going, Mike Hunt. Later. Peace.